Hello, welcome to Kirby Park West. Today we're going to be looking at two things, my rolling road and also the fitting of DCC sound to a Bachmann Class 37. So first of all, the rolling road, and what I've done here is I've got myself a piece of wood approximately 3 feet in length, varnished it, covered it in cork, varnished that, and then stuck on the top some Gauge Master grass mat and the gravel mat, and then overlaid that with some Hornby track, which has a power clip built into it. There's a Hornby buffer there on one end which has been glued in, and then we go down the other end and we've got the Gauge Master buffer with the lights, and that's just to show that there's power to the track and also for a bit of aesthetics. Powering the track, I'm going to be using my H&M clipper, which is hooked up to a multi-pack meter. So if we go down to the other end of the track, where we have the buffers, and there you can see the light coming on one direction at the bottom, and if you turn it to the other direction, it comes on at the top. And that just shows me that there's power going to the track. Obviously, if I'm making a rolling road, I'm going to be using a rolling road on it. I had a quick look into this to see which would be the best rolling road, and I was reading from one of my old Hornby magazines and came across an article on rolling roads, and they recommended I'll show you, DCC Concepts, the RA. I got the 12 because there's 12 sets of rollers in it, and there they are. You also get adjustments in it, and this allows you to use it in OO, HO, OM30, whatever that is, TT, HOM, 12mm, N, HOE, P4 and EM. P4 and EM, I know they're the fine scale gauges which a lot of people are modelling these days. So let's get some rolling rollers out and put them on the track, and let's see what we can do. These just simply sit on the track. You can see that. You have a couple of rollers on the top, and they sit on the track like so. And I'll put all 6 on for you. 1. Now what we're going to be putting onto the track here is a Class 37, and that's a Coco, so we're going to be putting on 3 sets of wheels at each end. I'll space them out like so. You see the little wheels on it. Camera's not fantastic, I know, but let's see if we can go into the settings, and I think we can at the moment. Anyway, we'll put the locomotive on and then show it running. Okay, there we have 30141 in BR Blue Grey, split head codes, and sitting on the rolling road. And what I've done is I've run it in half an hour each way. It sits on the track, sits on the rollers nicely, they work very well. I can recommend DCC Concepts. lights on. As I said, I run that in for 30 minutes each way, and of course it's gone in now, so there's no point in sitting watching that. What we'll do now is take the body off and fit the new decoder. And for that we will need a DCC decoder, of course, which I'll be using. So one last look at the H&M. That's the outfit that I use for the rolling road testing. And there, of course, is the rolling road in use. Got a good length of track on it. A bit of gravel and some grass, and just to make it look. Okay, so that's enough of the rolling road. Let's take the body off and get that decoder in. Right, if I'm doing the screws, there's one there, one that side, two at the front, and two over here. And they're quite fiddly to get out. So we're now going to lift the body off. Once you've got the screws there, there's one in there too that I've missed. It comes out, and there we have the other two screws that come out as well. They're all the same size, so it doesn't really matter which way they go in. And of course there's all the workings. A comprehensive little model. You can see the front there with the split head codes and the detail inside. No spring buffers on these, but I don't think we need to worry about that too much. Let's put that in there out of the way for a moment, and then move ourselves around here so we can see what we're doing. And what we're using today is this ECU lock sound, and it's a Legoman 37/0. And it comes with an extra enclosure for the speaker, and the decoder itself. So I think we'll get to fitting that, put it in the train. Okay, so I've now fitted the speaker. This is the housing that you get with the ECU lock sound. It's slightly too big to fit inside. And that's just glued into the roof there. There's little prongs for it to go on, but I've just glued it in there because it's going to be staying in. And then of course you've got the decoder itself at the end there. Pretty easy to fit. And of course it just needs to go on the body now, so I'll fit that on the body and then we'll put it on the track and test it and see what happens. Okay, we had some problems and I've made some modifications to the body of the train. The speaker is now going to be fitted there, and the fan assembly has been removed, and what I've done is I've cut a small piece of plastic and I've glued that so that we have a fan showing. I've also had to sand down the speaker enclosure and make it a bit narrower, as it was still wouldn't close. It wouldn't allow me to fit the body correctly. I've also filled the enclosure with PVA glue, which is recommended on the help sheet that you get with the decoder. So I've left that to set overnight, and I glued that and left that to set. What that is, that's just a couple of Hornby sleepers cut and glued, and a fan fitted right in the middle of it, and it still turns around, so that's helpful. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fix that into the enclosure there, stick it down. I was going to hot glue it in there, but I think what I'll do is I'll just use some insulating tape and hold it in position, tidy the wiring up, put the body back on again, and then we'll put it back on the test track. Replaced the H&M with Gaugemasters Prodigy Advanced Unit, DCC, and we'll listen to some sounds and get it moving on the rolling road. I'll be back in just a minute. I'm going to fit the body. Do some of the tail lights on, change the direction, and the headlights come on. I'm off. What else have we got? We've got some cab lights too. Shift 9. There we go. Cab lights have come on. Shift 9. It goes off again. That's the air brakes and the door. There's a list of things it does. Sanders, popping valves. Let's have a listen to them too. The driver in the front there. And I think we'll just finish the video off there with 37041 moving off. And it finally decides to brake coming off there. Nicely on the rolling road. I do recommend the DCC Concept rolling road, and of course you can make something similar. Piece of wood, bit of track. Thanks for watching. I hope it's been of interest to you. Not too fiddly, filling a speaker and a DCC decoder. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Thanks for watching. Cheers, bye bye. This is just to show it running on the track. The speed steps are 128 on the Gauge Master, so it's quite slow moving off. I'll just bring it back down. The cab lights go off automatically when you move off. There you go. Press F5 and the brakes come on. Release the brakes again. I'm altogether pleased with the way it's gone. A little bit fiddly getting the speaker in, having to remove some bits and pieces and break little bits of plastic off inside the roof to get the roof fan to fit back in again. But other than that, not much of a problem really. Have a go, recommended. So that's it. Thanks for watching.